I don't know where you want to start on that one, but just kind of take me through your thoughts on getting a draw and what were some adverse circumstances.
To say the least, huh? Um, yeah, listen, I don't think we started the game well again. I felt we didn't exploit the spaces we talked about all week. Thought we played a little bit too slow. But that's not the story of this game. I walked into that locker room after the game, and I let the players know how proud of them I was. I think to come out of that game against a good team with a point, the willingness to fight, to battle for one another, tackle, win headers, big saves from Kyle. Under tough circumstances, I felt we were, put in a difficult situation. I felt a little bit one-sided on the night, but that is what it is, So ultimately, we deal with that cards were dealt, and really, really proud of the group, really proud of the point, and I feel it's gonna, put us in a good position going into this busy month.
You mentioned the individual effort from Kyle, but also Brian Ownby in the way that he was taking. It seemed like 1-on-3, 1-on-4, 1-on-5 to eat up the field, and sometimes earn fouls and just get time off the clock. I mean, what can you say about his effort tonight?
Yeah, so it's such an amazing group that I can tell you, and I said this to them after the tactics that we put on the board at halftime. I was really, really proud of the execution. So the idea was to go into a block of 5, a block of 3, allow Brian to stay a little bit high, wait for the moments to go, and save his energy for those moments. So credit to the 3 in the middle of the field, Carlos, Paulo, and Corbin, because they allowed Brian that opportunity to hang a little bit higher once we won it and go. And then when you look at the work rate from Brian on the night, really, really proud of him. I think he, as you said, he got a lot of dead balls for us with regard to fouls. He worked his ass off defensively. So all in all, that second half, there's a lot to be proud of.
And there's a lot that obviously goes into being a head coach, but in terms of things you prepare for or you game plan for, is this something you think about, like, oh, if we get a card, this is what we're going to do? Or do you just kind of have to wait and see the circumstances of things before you decide, how you set your team up in those circumstances?
Yeah, you have an idea. Simon and I went back and forth a couple times on the sideline of if we would go into 2 blocks of 4 with 1-9 into a 5-3-1. And credit to Simon, he made me feel really confident in that decision. And obviously, as I said, the players are able to execute. So, there was so many positives to take from tonight. And when I talked to the players, I said, oh, we'll talk about, the first half on Monday, because I want you guys to feel what you've just done. I want us to put that focus on the second half as we walk out of the stadium, because it takes a lot of work, a lot of desire, a lot of heart, a lot of fight to be able to do what those boys just did. And I sit here feeling extremely proud to be their coach.
I believe it was a couple games back when you all were at home, you finished with 2 academy players, or former academy players, on the field at one time. Tonight you had a third with Hunter also getting on at the end. There were obviously other players that you could have put in. Why did you feel like this was the time for him? And then just if you could speak to just in general the trust that you have in those sort of guys, younger guys, to be on the field for you.
Listen, I've talked about it a lot at length with regard to the trust that I have in our academy, in Luke Spencer, Mario Sanchez, the job that they do with these young kids. When you talk about the holistic approach and the belief and the pathway that we have here at LouCity, it's real. And these kids show it. So Hunter's done an excellent job in training. He earned the opportunity tonight. We've obviously had quite a few injuries. We're dealing with that as well. But when I look at having that many academy players on the field, from Louisville, I think that's something that the community should be proud of, and certainly the club should be proud of. I don't put these players in the game just to put them in the game. I put them in the game because I believe they give us either the best chance to win, or, as in tonight, I believed putting Hunter on the field gave us the best chance to come out of there with a result. So, when you look at that, I've said it a ton, but I feel extremely proud to be the manager of this club. I will say, can I add, Linda, because I didn't talk about it at all. 4 shutouts in 5 games. That's something that we harp on. And for me, as I've talked about a ton, it starts with Kyle in the back, goes all the way up to our forwards. So I think, if we continue on that trajectory, we continue to put an emphasis on it. I know and believe we're going to score a lot of goals.
Yeah, and then last one for me, as you look forward to the Open Cup, and you say things like 4 shutouts in 5 games, and this being an unbeaten start, one of the best starts in club history, as you look forward to the Open Cup and just start to think about maybe the opportunities in front of you, but also getting to be at home. Where do you stand on just people wanting to come out and support this team and kind of get behind them?
Yeah, I think when you look at the stadium that we have, when you look at everything that the club's doing, when you look at the team, I continue to say we are extremely thankful of the supporters that we have. I think when you look at the Open Cup, I'll say it right now, this is something we want to make a run at. I know every team wants to, but for me, I'm taking it very seriously. I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure the players are prepared, put the players on the field that I believe give us the best chance to win. Obviously, 3 games in a week, there'll be rotation because of legs and being down a man for 45 minutes. But, this is a game that's going to be exciting. It's a good opportunity to see, a team from another league. I'm hopeful that with the support that we have on Wednesday, we can advance and hopefully end up hosting another game at home. So Chattanooga's a good team. I'm expecting a good game, but we'll be prepared.